Hey guys, Grizzly Griller here. Before we get into the video, I've linked the bug reports for the Hornet losing power from neg-Gs, as well as a few other reports that need attention, so go upvote those so that we hopefully get them fixed. Now, just for the sake of completion, I thought I might take a look at the Ki-83 since I did do the two other high BR twin-engine interceptors. When I first spaded it, it was really annoying to play since all this thing did was overheat, and the guns, despite being high caliber, didn't really work all that well. But now that the high explosive belts are fixed, and I'm actually using manual engine controls, this plane feels so much better to fly. The plane has a great climb rate and very minimal power drop-off at high altitude. It also has the best turn circle and turn rate of the three interceptors, as well as very strong flaps that work at high speeds, and generally feels really decent to handle. It is still a twin engine, so it doesn't quite turn as tight as a single engine prop, but it almost rates as well as some of the less maneuverable ones. The roll is also a little on the slow side, but it's still responsive, not sluggish like on the Hornet. You might be able to outclimb a Hornet, but it'll still be close since it gets a higher airspawn. It's also rather slow. It goes just about 600 kph on the deck, which a lot of US props can casually break, multiple BRs lower at like 4.3. And for its good turn, it still does compress around 600 kph, so you do have to be careful not to go too fast. And even with manual engine controls, the engines still love to cook themselves. Even on maximum radiators, you still overheat, so you want to lower your prop pitch percent to lower the load on the engines. The guns can take a bit of getting used to. The two 30mm Ho 155s have a rather low velocity of 700 meters per second, while the two 20mm go 800 meters per second, so there's a fair bit of velocity mismatch there. The 30mm have a very low fire rate of 500 RPM, while the 20mm have nearly double at 950 RPM, and so because you have 200 30mm rounds and 400 20mm rounds, your 20mm will last just a bit longer than your 30mm. But thanks to the high caliber of the 30mm, they're less affected by drag and so aren't too difficult to aim at long range, similar to the 37mm on Russian jets. And when they hit incredibly hard. They're really satisfying to use. Definitely not as versatile as the guns on the F7F, but I do like these much better than the Hispanos on the Hornet. Ideally, if your aim is good, then you'd take stealth on both belts since that maximizes the amount of HE in each belt. But my aim isn't quite good enough to lead without the tracers, so I usually run stealth on one set of guns, and the belt with the most HE while having a little bit of tracer in the other. Playstyle-wise, it's pretty much the same as the other two, except you're a bit more capable in a dogfight thanks to your better turn and flaps, and a little bit less capable of chasing down faster enemies or escaping bad situations since you're rather slow and you also compress at higher speeds. I think it's a fair trade-off though, and I've had a lot of fun playing it when the matches weren't boring as they tend to be at this BR, whether it's because no one climbed, or teams are filled with space-climbing bombers, or attackers or jets, or all the other reasons that I've already gone over that make this BR kinda suck for the most part. But when you do get a good game in this plane, it does feel really fun. I only have one match to show for this video, but it was a pretty fun one, so let's just get into it. I was wondering if I had overclimbed a little bit. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go past 7,000, but it does look like there is a P-51H pretty high up as well, so I am kinda glad that I came this high. Not sure how concerned I should be in this dogfight. I definitely won't win it at equal energy, but I do seem to be coming in with a fair bit of speed and altitude, so there's a chance I win this. Or, well, I guess he didn't have the energy to pitch up for a head-on there. Or he was just caught off guard. Either way, that was a really quick kill on a dangerous enemy. 109 shouldn't be too difficult to dogfight, at least compared to some of the other enemies that I could end up facing at this BR. But I do still want to start with an energy advantage, so I'm going to continue climbing, regaining my energy. He doesn't really seem to be pursuing, but he's also not diving away, so he is trying to keep my attention, maybe. Now that I'm back up, I'm thinking maybe I should dive on him, or there are some other enemies that are higher altitude than him that are farther ahead. So I might just maintain pressure by staying above him for now. Moving forward a bit, the furball has concluded, so I don't really have any friendlies here in the area either to rely on. At the moment, it seems like a 1v2 against two 109s, which probably will be workable as long as I make sure not to let one of them get above me. The one that's currently below me looks like he's diving away, so maybe I should shift focus to the other one. It's a little hard to judge their relative altitude since I am above both of them. Diving down a little bit to see if I can go after the other 109, but it looks like the first one is actually turning back for a head-on. Okay, if we can take a dogfight here, I will try it. I might shoot a little bit in the head-on. I sort of wanted to deter him from taking it, but it looks like he just full committed anyways. But he's pitched up. He probably won't be able to follow me up if I continue going upwards. Gonna use the good flaps to tighten my turn. Okay, so he's not pitching up. It looks like he's going back down. I'm pretty sure that I don't catch a 109K in a dive. Might just send a few over there to scare him. Oh, damn, those hit. I did not expect those to hit, but that was really nice. Okay, well, let's see who else we need to deal with at the moment. It probably is best to go after this next 109 that's below me. Though I am a little concerned about this 262. It looks like he has a few kills. If it's the narwhal, then I wouldn't be too concerned, but there is also a chance it's the Sturmvogel at 6.7, so I do want to be a little cautious there. He doesn't seem to be that focused on us right now, though. So hopefully I should be able to kill this 109 while he's low on energy and on the deck. Just trying to maneuver behind him, line up for a good shot before I make a pass. He will probably try to dodge underneath me. Want to line up for a good shot here since he's low on energy. He's not really going to be able to fight back effectively. I was hoping I would be able to line up for a shot there, so I lowered throttle, but that was a little bit of a mistake. I wasn't quite able to line up, so I'm trying to extend away, going vertical. And this 109 is definitely close enough for a shot, so if he gets lucky, then he might be able to snipe me out here. He hasn't quite gotten to me yet, but those might get pretty close. Okay, I'm probably going to be able to loop on over here and get him now. I am hearing a jet in my left ear, but I cannot afford to pay attention to him right now. I just want to shoot this guy down first. Miss a few shots. Lead a bit too much, and then I get his wing. Okay, now let's see who's attacking me. Ooh, okay, it is the 262. Luckily, it is the Pulsar store, so he will have a little bit of a difficult time aiming for me. And on top of that, he was expecting that I would be occupied dogfighting that 109, so it looks like he took a bit of a risk trying to take it slow into the dogfight, so I might be able to catch him on his exit here. Unfortunately, just hits. I'm guessing it's the 20 millimeters. Let's see if I can snipe him from a distance. He's actually turning sideways to me, so this is going to let me get a little closer. But I'm not quite able to line up for a shot, and I am running low on ammo, so I do want to be a little careful here. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like those are going to get to him at this point. Especially since he's aware and he's dodging. Just doing a situational awareness check, in case he's baiting for somebody, and what a very fitting name. Mr. Sneaky Guy is sneaking up on me. It was a good thing that I checked at that point, because if he had come any earlier, then he might have jump-scared me. Dodging under his guns, it looks like he's going fairly fast. Yeah, he's just going straight for the exit. So I'm not going to be able to catch up to him unless he goes vertical like this. Maybe he's trying to energy trap me here. He did come in with a lot of speed, but the thing doesn't have a very good energy retention. Plus, by going vertical, he's losing a lot of thrust since justs work best at high speed, so with a little bit of aim, I'm able to snipe him out while he's stalling. And once again, very luckily, it looks like that 262 did not try to engage me while I was dogfighting that 162. Now, I probably should RTB and rearm for ammo, but I'm thinking, hey, I might as well check their short airfield since I'm pretty close. Maybe somebody's landed there. It's one bomber and that 262 that's left. And if they are landed, then this will be enough to finish them off, so maybe I'll just take a peek, and if they're not there, then I'll RTB. The thing that I do end up spotting is a 288. He was flying straight at me earlier, so I sort of climb off to the side to try and hope that he is going to fly underneath me. But it looks like he knows that I'm going to attack him, so he spends a little time trying to bait me onto flying towards his 6. But I'm not going to fall for that, so after a little bit, he just decides to run back to his airfield. He is meandering side to side, though, so it does look like he is looking for a fight. He does want me to chase after him, and he's going to try and shoot me from when I try and get behind him. I am fairly close right now, and I am coming in with a little bit of speed, so I'm going to try and send a few shots that way to see if I can get him. No sauce. He's just going to shoot as much as he can from that distance, and I'm not really looking forward to that, so I'm just going to run away. Maybe I'll be able to get this 262 while he's just taking off and slow. But it looks like the 288 has just decided to commit underneath me, which is the ideal scenario. I do not want to be stuck on his 6, I would rather engage him from the front or from the top, where it's harder for him to shoot me down, so I go for it, and I'm able to knock enough of his plane out that it looks like he's probably going to die soon. And now it's time to go after the 262. He might have been able to escape if he just continued in a straight line, since I probably would have decelerated pretty quickly. But he turns in front of me. I only had 230mm left. I get a hit on his wingtip, but very luckily it looks like he was too close to the ground and wasn't able to recover from that. And so that's the match. I did fly a few more games in this plane, but it was mostly pretty boring, not that much happened, so I think I'm okay with just leaving it here for now. Overall, a pretty fun plane. Even if it isn't the best dogfighter, it still turns pretty okay, so paired with the climb and the really fun guns, I really like this plane now. The manual engine controls are still a little annoying to deal with, but it's still much better than trying to cool your plane off every 2 seconds. But anyways, that'll be all for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.